Hey guys, Wolvie here. This is the RWBY Volume 8 review thus far. This is for the channel. So a few things first and foremost before I get into this. So first and foremost, I am apologizing for this being quite late. Unfortunately, due to varying real life circumstances, I had to switch so much stuff around in the sense of like internet service provider. Now I have to, figure out how to get a new tablet because the one I had, well, I'm not going to get into exactly what happened, but let's just say it was a software update. Now I could no longer connect that tablet to the internet, so it's like I basically had to start looking for a new one. I tried everything, so it's a bunch of real life stuff that has been happening consecutively. It's been taking up a lot of time and my money. So that's that on that. So this is late on that, so with that bit out of the way, I do want to mention here, this is how I feel about RWBY Volume 8, the first half. So, the usual disclaimer applies. Any opinion in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. So, this is what we do know thus far, like in sense of RWBY, certain things are in place where it's like, Yang has separated from Team RWBY, as well as, the whole thing with Jean and Nora, not Jean and Nora, bleh. Ren and Nora, let me get this right. I'm a little tired, so the whole thing with Ren and Nora, we're seeing problems with them. Oscar got captured by Salem. He doesn't look to be in good shape right now. Salem does have one of the four relics, so we got a lot of stuff going on, and it looks like since of the overall aspect of it being longer, more episodes as well as longer episodes. I was thinking about this like for a while, so we do know that they're keeping their word thus far, but it remains to be seen. And we also know that we're not going to go back to Volume 8 until early February. So this much we do know, and for all that, what I think about Volume 8 thus far, this is what the show really needed. To say, hey, we're pretty good. We're a good show. You should come check us out. So, Volume 8 is exactly what Rooster Teeth needed. Because if you look at the recent volumes, they weren't doing so good. In sense of quality of the show, in sense of plot, how people are written, how the areas are in, that sort of thing. And I think it's worthy for me to say that some of us, we do need to start calling things out. If something sucks, we gotta say it sucks. We can't just sit there blindly defend certain things. But with that being said, and like I said, Volume 8 is exactly what Rooster Teeth and RWBY needed to really get things back on the right track. And the decision to have an extended hiatus is, in fact, the right call. Because you're talking about what's been going on in the world in recent months. And the last thing, we need is something super rushed. And now we have a bit of a break. The people behind RWBY can breathe. They can come out with better quality stuff. It's just like... And me personally, I think this should happen more often, where it's like, you do part one, take maybe a month or two away to recuperate, and then get back into it early on the next year, because that way, no one's overworked, exhausted, all that stuff. You have good quality stuff each and every time. That's just how I personally feel. So it's what they're doing here is they did what they should have been doing for the past few volumes. That way, things are better written, better planned, that sort of thing. But so, on an overall scale, this is exactly what we needed. And then you look here for the first 7 episodes, or should I say chapters, because RWBY doesn't use episodes as episodes, they use chapters. So, the first 7 chapters, the fact it's all one word, it's I like the fact it's just one word, but it's more to it than just one word for the titles of their chapters. And the thing here is that you get so much going on, but also nothing going on at the same time. I'm really enjoying that. And another thing I particularly like, the whole thing, considering it is volume 8, you have so many switches of point of view. And for the whole volume to take a course of just 1 to 2 days, this is excellent. This was well executed, because the best way to do a volume that goes over the course of a span of 1 to 2 days, the first thing that came to my mind was, okay, you got to have some constant switches in point of view. And this is this is very well executed on Rooster Teeth's part. Because you can't really, do an entire volume or season or whatever it has only like a 1 to 2 day span, but not have a switch in point of view. But they pulled this off very damn well. Now, there's certain other things, I'm kind of scratching my head about, but I do need to rewatch some of it, in order to get, like, a better idea of, like, okay, where am I scratching my head? But like I said, I really love the fact that they're almost constantly switching the point of view, part of one episode being Prodigy, which is Oscar, Ren, Sean, and Yang. And then you have and then the same episode you have another perspective, like with Rainbow, which is Ruby, Nora, Blake, and Weiss, and then the whole thing with Penny, that sort of thing. Now, there's one thing I don't like too well, but it's something that it is a forgivable thing, is Cinder's backstory, because we do have parts of her backstory finally in Volume 8, and yes, I like it, but I wish they would expand on that, but I have a feeling that they're doing parts of breaking down her backstory in parts. And like I said, that's the reason why I feel like, it's understandable that we don't have Cinder's full backstory, because again, it's one of those things where it's like, we have part of it this half, we may see another part of it, at least another part or two in the second half. So the whole thing with Cinder's backstory being incomplete, I'm not really enjoying it, but it's something I can forgive them for, because it's like, I have a feeling there's going to be more to come in the second half, which I'll get into in that video. So with that bit out of the way, just do a bit of so this may not be too long of a video, just a little FYI. Like I said, I woke up not too long ago. I've been dealing with a really bad headache, all that stuff, so I'm going to get going, gather my thoughts once again. Then I'm going to do the Volume 8B predictions video, hopefully before I leave for work today. If not, maybe tomorrow. So with that, I am done with this video. But before I sign off, just do a super quick recap. It looks like Volume 8 may be the one thing that saves RWBY and Rooster Teeth altogether. I wish they'd done what they did for the previous volumes. However, the whole thing with Cinder's backstory, I do hope we get more of that in the second half once it comes back in early February. So with that, I am done with this video. With Wolvie here, signing off. I will catch you all on the flip side.